In this video, the bottom of that tree that I made that flagpole out of is what I'm going to be milling into a post, which is right here. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And stay tuned after the video, because I really get into exactly how it is that I get into all the basics of running a chainsaw mill, as far as your tools needed and everything. So just hit the link that is set up and you'll be in good shape. And I'll tell you, these guys that build I mean, that thing's 25 foot. And I went out in the woods and got the pole, and then I paid, I don't know, 50 bucks for the materials. These guys will charge thousands of dollars to do that, and they're like, whatever you do, don't leave your flag up when it's really windy. I have not touched that thing, and they build theirs with like literally sand, PVC, and aluminum. That is concrete, wood, and steel. That's how you build stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. I'm gonna go ahead and hand this over to Sandy S's. I have my log. It's like 9 foot long or so. I have a pretty nice straight log. Like I said, this was the bottom part of what I used to build that flagpole. So, first thing, and I show exactly how to make this. If you just follow the thumbnail after this video, I pretty much get into everything on how to mill lumber with a chainsaw. And I'm going to keep on doing videos about it because there's a lot to it. But if you follow that link, it'll take you to the rest of them if you're new to this, or you're just getting started, or maybe have been doing it, but you might pick up something new that you didn't know. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is just do a standard cut like I would if I was just milling. This is the small end, and what I want to do is figure out how big of a beam I can get out of this. It's looking like I can get about 5 inches. I'm going to mark right here at 5. Flip it. Find my 5 here. That's as close to the edge as I can get. It's going to be just about 5 by 5. One side is going to be slightly larger than the other. So now that I know that I need to come down 5 inches here, go ahead and set this to 5 inches, because that's how big I want it. All right, and I did that at the end because especially when you're working with a really big log, you'll get pinched up and it's just hard to get the saw out. I mean, you can do it, but it's easier to go ahead and just throw your wedges in there on your block, the same place. It just works out a whole lot better. This is another really tricky part. Now what I want to do is I want to stabilize this, so I'm just going to put some wedges in so it doesn't go over on me. From this end right here, being as though you'll see all about this and how to do this so you don't mess up your saw and everything if you watch the rest of my videos on making this and actually milling lumber. See how I have that up there? I got lucky. It's pretty much about perfect, right about 6 inches. But sometimes you might need to mess with the log and what have you to bring it up a little bit, so that'll make more sense with these. If you watch the rest of my videos, this is kind of advanced for chainsaw mills. So watch the rest and then come back to this. So I'm pretty good. And see, that way, this is where the top of my saw, this is where my guide rails are going to be on the actual tool. And I'm pretty happy with that. So now all I have to do here is make sure that's the same distance. From here to the middle of this line is 5 15/16. So I have to match that on that end. Okay, there's my 5 15/16 to the center of this, to the center of this mark. Okay, now what I have to do is I have to get the guides level, right where they're sitting. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm looking for plumb. And this is just false work so that I can get this perfectly level. It's between the lines, close enough. All right, so the next step here is I have to make sure that all I have to do now is since I know that this is plumb, all I have to do is make sure that this is level before I put my start putting my lag bolts in. All right, close enough. All right, now I'm just going to take this, my other lag, impact, down here and just do the same thing. I mean, it looks perfect. I shouldn't have any issue here. Perfect. So now I got that all straight. That's married. So now all I have to do is set my guides on here to 6 inches or to 5 and 15/16. I'll probably just go ahead and go with 6 inches just to be safe, so I know that I don't hit this when I'm going through there. This is really important over here because my saw is going to be close to the ground. So as far as like my hands and everything when I'm cutting this. So I don't want a whole bunch of stuff sticking out here, but I also don't want it to fall over on me. So it's got to shove something in there. But it also can obstruct where I'm trying to run through there. Same thing goes on this side as well. And that seems okay, but there we go. I like that. So now all I have to do is set that one more time to 5 inches. All right, I think I can get 5.5. So I'll go ahead and get as much out of it as I can. Just set this to 5.5 and then run on through it. Alright, now all I have to do here is square up the ends. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and measure this side right at 5. right at 5.5. Right at 5. Right at 5.5. And as you can see, when you look down this beam and I roll it, it's perfect.